Hi everyone! Today you will find out your personal cheat code for a meaningful and successful life. Or maybe you want to know the secrets others are hiding. Anyway, the main goal here is to help you raise your frequency and deepen your spiritual awareness. And the method behind all of this is called the Destiny Matrix. First, I want to talk with you about the portrait zone. This is basically the day you were born. If you were born on the 25th or 28th, you sum these two numbers together, like 2 plus 5 or 2 plus 8. Why the mess? Because in the Destiny Matrix you won't find any number higher than 22. That's the rule. So, what does a portrait really mean? It's all about how others see you. Think of it like your social media profile. It's that first impression people get. It's the vibe you give off when someone meets you for the first time. It's a kind of protection, a mask we show the world. To really understand this position on a deeper level, you can look at it together with two other energies. These three energies, in a specific order, are called a program. Let's take a look at Marilyn Monroe's Destiny Matrix as an example. Boom! We see 176 program, known as the crowd's favorite. Makes total sense, right? And guess who else has this program in their portrait position? Princess Diana, another total sweetheart of the public. Okay, so when people really get to know us, like really know us, they start to see who we actually are. And that real version of us lives right here in the central point. Marilyn has the fifth energy. Everyone saw her as a Hollywood star and didn't want to believe that this blonde bombshell was actually highly self-educated. But in reality, she was the perfect example of the core fifth energy. She valued family, loved to read, and was a deeply interesting person. This central point, also known as your comfort zone, is like the ultimate user manual for you. It shows how you love, your likes and dislikes, what you're passionate about, why you do things the way you do. Honestly, everything about your core is tucked into this one spot. Think of it like a description of yourself. This side of us only shows up around our close friends, our inner circle. So, just to recap, that's first impression, the initial hello you give the world, that's your portrait. But the real you, that's all in the central point. Moving forward, the next important position we'll explore is the higher essence, which comes from your birth month. It shows us how we connect with higher powers, your guardian angel, the universe, God, or whatever name resonates with you. It reflects your personal link to something greater, the source of your protection, guidance, and inspiration. Through this position, we receive signs, insights, messages, and support from higher essence. And the way these messages show up, it all depends on the specific energy number in this position. So, let's look at an example from a random chart, the fifth arcana, also known as the Hierophant, which carries the energy of teaching and learning. This means that when this person is in a flow of teaching or learning, the universe responds. That's when they begin to notice signs, synchronicities, and sudden clarity. You know, those aha moments when everything makes sense and the clear next step appears. If this energy is part of your chart, you'll probably notice that good things start to happen when you're either sharing what you know or learning something new. Interestingly, Marilyn Monroe's higher essence is represented by the sixth energy, the energy of beauty and art. Lana Del Rey also shares the same placement, and both women have become timeless symbols of enchanting creativity and magnetic allure. This is a talent you brought with you from past lives. Think of it like a bonus skill you unlocked in a previous game and carried over into this one. Marilyn, for example, has the 17th energy. It's connected to public presence, talent, and popularity. Then, right next to that, we've got your talent in this lifetime. This is like your natural born superpower, something you're just effortlessly good at. It comes to you without trying. Sometimes I also check this energy to see what society kind of expects from us. For example, if you've got a 7 here, people might subconsciously expect you to be a jet-setting adventurer with a super dynamic career. If you've got a 9, the vibe might be more about staying grounded, someone who's here to gather deep wisdom and share it with others. Alright, time to talk about money. This part of the chart shows what might be blocking your cash flow. It's called material karma. If you want to start attracting money and stability, you have to work on this zone. It's where a lot of limiting beliefs live, and those are the blocks that hold you back. This could involve old beliefs like money is evil or you have to work yourself to the bone to succeed. Of course, everyone has their own unique psychological blocks. The second number connects to a past life money issue. For example, if you see a 12 here, it means that in past life you had a pattern of using manipulation or playing victim to get what you wanted. And that energy is still with you now. Not cool. And see this red energy? This energy affects everything: your mood, your stability, even your house. Why? Because it's connected to your root chakra, Muladhara, the one that's all about survival stuff. Feeling safe, having food, a home, basic comfort. So we gotta pay extra attention to this one. It's as crucial as karmic tail, something we'll talk about soon. But the good news, once you become aware of it and start working through it, everything will shift. Next up, your financial channel. See that number under the dollar sign? That's your golden ticket, the sweet spot where your ideal career or niche lies. It's the kind of work that will actually make you happy while making that sweet, sweet cash. And if you've got a 19 or 22 in those three money spots, that's a big green light for success. Those energies are like your VIP pass to abundance, and your pass to wealth just got a whole lot smoother. But hold on, my dear friends, this is important. If your energies are shining in the positive, you can absolutely unlock your full potential, no matter what numbers are in your chart. The real secret is all about working on yourself and keeping your mindset strong. Let's talk about one of my favorite positions in the entire Destiny Matrix, the spot where the money and love channels meet. It basically spills the tea on how to stay balanced, so you're not hustling so hard for the money that your love life disappears, or getting so caught up in romance that your bank account starts looking a little sad. It's all about finding that sweet spot in between. This position also helps us understand the conditions under which you'll meet your ideal partner. For example, if the number here is linked to the fifth energy, it suggests that your soulmate will come into your life during a time of learning, like when you're taking a course, attending a seminar, etc. On an energetic level, this creates the right conditions to attract your ideal match. Then we move forward along the relationship line. There's a number directly beneath the heart symbol. It represents your partner, specifically the one most aligned with your soul in this lifetime. Now, there's a common misconception here. Some sources claim that all three energies in the relationship line describes your partner. That's not true. This position alone reflects the person who is meant for you, not in some perfect ideal sense, but someone who is perfectly suited for your growth. Every person enters your life for a reason, usually to help you work through something important. This partner will come into your life with a specific lesson. If you haven't learned it yet, they may show up in a negative or a challenging way. But once you've done the inner work, they will appear in a more positive light, as loving, supporting presence. Your relationship can become what feels like ideal, but not because the person is flawless. It's because the connection is right for your soul path. Now the next number is the one that borders your karmic tail. We call this the entry point into relationships. It holds the answer to a different kind of question. Why aren't relationships starting? It uncovers your fears, blocks, and expectations. It shows what you truly need at the beginning of connection, what kind of energy opens your heart, and what might be stopping you from allowing someone in. If you're trying to understand why things never quite begin, this is the position to look at. It holds the key to how you step into relationships, or why you don't. This position is closely connected to sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, the chakra of emotions, pleasure, and attraction. And here's a little secret. If you ever wanted to use dark psychology to make someone fall for you, this is the spot you'd push on. Keep in mind that these positions can also create specific programs. They reflect your true nature and highlight potential life events that may unfold throughout your life. Dear friends, you've done an amazing job learning so much. Share your main arcana in the comments. In the next part, we'll dive into the karmic tales, chakras, and so much more. I also share my personal insights from several years of experience. See you next time!